Hi guys, I thought I'd read you a little bit of my new book, Ethan and the Magic Hat. It's available on Amazon like all the books. It's suitable for ages 7 to 10. So here we go. Today is the last day of school holidays. Tomorrow I go back to my old school ways. It's been a long summer. I've had lots of fun playing outside with my friends in the sun. I looked out of the window, the weather was fine, so how should I spend this last day of mine? I sat at the table, my porridge was hot, I stirred in some honey from the green honey pot. It tasted delicious as I ate it all up, and Mum had left milk for me in my red cup. I could go out with friends, see what the day brings, maybe go to the park and play on the swings. Or find an old football and play on the pitch, or running and jumping till I get a stitch. We could stay in the garden, the sand pit is fun. We could build sandy castles and play in the sun. Or get out my books and my colouring pens and draw happy pictures of cows, pigs and hens. I could open my toy box and take out my cars and race them along really ever so fast. There were so many things I could do this fine day. My excitement was growing, and I'm embarrassed to say that I gobbled my breakfast a little too fast and I made a loud burp, but that's it quickly passed. I finished my breakfast, my tummy was full. I drank down my milk and I heard my mum call. "Are you finished yet, Ethan?" Her voice ever calm, but I noticed a slight little hint of alarm. "I'm coming," I said as I got off my chair and walked to the hallway to see what was there. The cupboard was open, and all on the floor were shoes from the cupboard, blocking the door. "Look," said my mum as she held up a shoe. "There's a hole in this toe, and this simply won't do." The one that she held was my smart black school shoe, and the hole at the top let her fingers straight through. "We'll have to go shopping to buy a new pair of smart black school shoes that you'll need to wear." My heart sank with doom as she told me this news. I do not want to spend this day shopping for shoes. "We have no choice, Ethan," she tried to console. "You can't go to school with a shoe with a hole." So I put on my coat and I got into the car and we headed to town. It wasn't that far. Now, I don't know about you, but I sure get the blues when I'm hunting round town shopping for shoes. We stood in the shoe shop and I was getting bored, looking for shoes that my mum could afford. When I saw on the counter near where I was sat, it just caught my eye, a bright coloured hat. It was 2 different colours, yellows and blues. How strange it should be in a shop full of shoes. It was nothing special, but it drew my eyes, and as I started to wonder if it was my size, I walked to the counter like a moth to a flame. I swear I could hear it whisper my name. "You can try it on," said an elderly gent from behind the counter upon which he leant. His smile made his face all crinkled and lined, and his voice when he spoke seemed ever so kind. His hair was light grey and his nose was quite bent, and I couldn't help liking this interesting gent. I looked at his face, old and well wrinkled, but his eyes were clear grey, and I'm sure that they twinkled. I guessed that he worked there, though he seemed really old. That hat seemed to glow, and I felt very bold. So I picked it up slowly and turned it around to have a good look at this hat I had found. The blue at the front was as bright as the sky, and the yellow behind seemed to shine in my eye. The fabric was soft and smooth to the touch, and I will admit that I wanted it much. The old man did nod, and he started to grin. He said, "Put it on and let magic begin." I sure was intrigued, but did not understand. Why was it so special, this hat in my hand? I'm not going to tell you the rest, but to give you a clue, he puts on the hat and amazing adventures start to happen. He meets some amazing people. Okay, so I'll leave the rest to you. There it is, Ethan and the Magic Hat. Have fun reading it. Bye.